How is it that in life, there's some people that they get everything they want? They say, I want this in life. I want a better marriage. I want more money. I want a better job. And they get it. Yet there's some people, many people in life, that they do this. They say, I want this, but then nothing happens. Nothing changes. A year goes by and they're in the same place. Why does that happen? How do you actually get what you want? Well, I'm going to share this with you in this video. I'm going to share with you 4 particular steps that are crucial, that if you follow these steps particularly, you will get everything that you want. So make sure you listen up, because I'm here to share with you this. But before I do, I want to tell you a story. 2015, I was in a place where I was unwilling to tell the truth about where I was in my life. I was unwilling to be radically honest with myself and where I was. I was feeling lonely. I was feeling very much isolated. I was isolating myself, and I was eating myself to death, literally, in an eating disorder that I suffered with. And this eating disorder was a challenge for me. I was hiding. I was alone. And I found myself eating multiple times a day, feeling very frustrated because nobody knew. I lived in shame. I lived in guilt. I binge ate on food, anything I could get a hold of, for 15 years in 2015. And there was a moment that I had where I was in a place in my life that I was exposed. And it happened through an eye disease that I was diagnosed with called keratoconus. I found out that I couldn't see anymore. And I found out I was diagnosed with this, went legally blind in 2015. And I was depressed, I was upset, I was frustrated. And rather than using that moment in 2015 as a moment to be a victim, to not do anything about it, after trying for so many years to recover, I said, no, I'm gonna change my way. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to heal, because this is an opportunity to get what I want, which I got clear on, which I always knew, but I got super clear on. I wanted more to heal, to break free of this eating disorder. So guess what I did? I went to my doctor and I said to him, I'm ready. I said, Doc, what would it take for me to heal and break free of this eating disorder? And when I did that, I advocated for myself. I called multiple recovery centers that would help heal me and break me free, because I said so. Not because the doc says so, because I advocated for myself. So I called them for weeks, over and over again. I was clear on what I wanted. I wanted to break free. I called different places, and I finally got into one 6 months later. And when I did that, everything changed. Went to the recovery center. I broke free of my eating disorder after 15 years of struggling. And you know what else happened? I had this huge lesson, this huge revelation, because inside of that revelation was so profound that I saw myself learning this lesson, that I was afraid to be seen. I was afraid to see myself. I was afraid to see me. I was. And what I learned was that I was afraid to see me. But I went blind so that I could see. I literally went blind so I could see. And so right now, somewhere inside possibly your life, right now, maybe you're struggling with something because you're not clear on what you want. And from my experience, I've noticed that this happens. People struggle. People don't know what they want. And so step one, instead of breaking free and getting what you want in life, is telling the truth. The radical truth. The honest truth of where you are. Like, where are you right now inside of your relationships? Like, how's that going? When was the last time you had an honest conversation with yourself where you're like, this is where I'm at. This is what's happening in my relationships. Oh, I have a phenomenal relationship with my ex-wife, but my son, my family, my mom. Like, that is a shit show. That's a shit show. And you haven't been honest of this is what's happening. You're in denial, whatever it might be. And so where are you in your relationships? Where are you inside your health? Where are you in your finances? Step one is radically being honest of where you are. And that's the first step from breaking free and getting everything that you want inside your life. And step two is, where do you want to be? Like, if your life was ideal, if it was ideal inside this category of your health, of the way you want to look and feel, like, what would that look like? Like, just think about it right now. 12 months down the road, what would that look like for you if you were in your ideal body? Like, would you be thinner? Would you have more muscle? Would you be waking up every morning with limitless energy? Like, what would that look like? And how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel in your body? When you wake up in the morning, like, what's the feeling you want? Do you want to feel lighter? Do you want to feel like limitless energy? Do you want to feel on fire? Like, how do you want to feel in your body when you wake up in the morning? And so once you get clear on any area of your life of what you want after telling the truth, the next step from there is simply, who do you get to be to create that possibility? Like, if you want that result now, it's not what do you do? It's not what do you do? I know you're probably thinking, well, I could just do this. I could go on a diet and hire a coach and get accountability. But no, before you start talking about the doing, who do you get to be that will create that result, right? And from my experience, shifting from a place of doing to a place of being and getting clear on your intention of who I must be to get this result. I must be disciplined. I must be focused. I must be accountable. And if you must be accountable and you must be disciplined, once you're clear on that intention, once you're clear with that, you'll get the result. You will get the result. Because then you'll know what to do. You will know what to do. You will do it. You'll do what's required because you shifted your beingness. And when you shift your beingness, you will feel elevated. You will feel empowered. You'll feel inspired to do the do. You will. And then the fourth step of that, once you get clear on the radical truth, what do you want? Where are you? What do you want? And who do you get to be to get what you want? Then getting in touch with what happens in my life when I change. What happens? What is the actual impact that you get to have in your life that you will create once that happens? Because a lot of times, and this is from things I've noticed from people, is that they want specific things